Welcome to Health and Wellness on BCCTV.
A lot of us are walking around with extremely high blood pressure, and this can come from stress, it comes from our diet.
Think about your sugar control like that. You eat something, your sugar is there in the blood, you need insulin, so okay.
Hello, my name is Esther Ajayi. I'm a nurse in Chicago, Illinois, here hosting the Health Wellness Show. Today we have Isoken, family nurse practitioner, also from Chicago as well. Today I'm going to be asking her a few questions about topics on wellness and also on her ventures as a family nurse and how she was able to reach and navigate her profession. So how are you doing today, ma'am?
I am doing great. I'm super excited to be here.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. So first question, let's just dive right in. What inspired you to become a family nurse practitioner?
Great question, and those are some of the whys that I ask myself too, right? But when I moved to the States about 25 years ago, initially, like most Africans, wanted to be a doctor. But raising family and just not having enough information, not like now where there are tons of information and resources, but just not having enough information and exposure to pursue medicine, kind of just default into nursing. But I don't regret it because I truly, truly love it because the part of serving humans, right, especially when it comes to when they are in a vulnerable state, is to be compassionate, is to be present, is to be engaged. And I see that more with nursing versus the other option. So I don't regret that because it does bring a lot of fulfillment personally to me, that I'm able to be there for someone during their time of difficulty, of fear, right? When you're dealing with disease, there's a lot of fear and of the unknowns. So when I started my path in nursing, and I just didn't stop. I just kept going to school. I started with a two-year degree as a associate degree prepared nurse. I actually do walk to my school because it was very close by. Didn't have a car, and I was raising kids at the same time. And once I finished my associate, went into got my bachelor's right away. And I waited about 2 or 3 years before going back for a master's degree in family nursing. I chose family nursing because I feel it is very broad and gives you access to be flexible in your clientele, your population, the population you focus on. I have the privilege to have cared for a 1-day-old baby to a 103-year-old patient, right? Where do you get that opportunity if you're still restricted to a certain specialty? So I get bored easily. So I have to do things that there has to be some variety in my approach. So I've done a lot of different aspects in healthcare. And I always say a nursing license is the best license to own, to have, because it gives you prepares you and it gives you the platform to be able to do anything at all. So whether it's been practicing as a nurse practitioner or even owning your own company, healthcare company, there's a lot of things you could do with your nursing career. But I chose family because it gives me a broader opportunity to be able to engage all ages.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, next question. So how do you stay current with the latest medical advancements and nursing practices?
So great question. Good thing is there are tons of resources, not ChatGPT, but there are tons of resources now that are really available. I particularly use UpToDate in my daily practice. When I see patients, I need to double check things. I am subscribed to UpToDate. It's a software reference material that they have in the United States. It has research information. It's more like going to school. Like reading the UpToDate is like going to class. It doesn't just give you the the answers you're looking for, but it kind of also make you read a lot of information in order to come to a conclusion, because that's what medicine is all about. It's not a one size fit all. You have to be able to put a lot of context into your decision making. So I use UpToDate. I subscribe to the American Association of Nurse Practitioner website. I do attend their conferences as well. So those places, I go to conferences. I love going to conferences, and I encourage our nurses to do that, because it gives you exposure to see what else is out there in terms of research and science and evidence-based, but also gives you opportunity to network with your fellow professionals. So I do a lot of conferences.
Yeah, I'll definitely be coming to one of those conferences with you. Okay. So how do you approach patient education, and what strategies do you use to ensure patients understand their care plans?
Awesome. I am a big advocate of patient education. Sometimes I feel like I spend more time teaching the patient about the disease process than anything else, right? Because I want you to understand what it is that you are taking, what is going on. So I do actually just talk to patient and explain what it is, right? I also look at other aspects of patient education besides medication or even a disease process. There are other factors that affect the things that are health, right? It could be nutrition, it could be activity. So just spending time to explain to a patient, because I feel I come from a society where patients are very intimidated by providers, where patients don't ask questions. And I just feel this is your health, this is your body. You need to know exactly what is going on. Maybe not exactly, but have a general idea of what it is that is going on with you or your loved one, and be able to respond when there's a question that poses. Because what knowledge does is lowers your anxiety and lowers the fear and gives you a little more comfort. I don't know if you've experienced that, where you see my kids, for example, he plays basketball and he will have a cut. Hey, mom, can you see if it's broken? First of all, I say, kiddo, I don't have x-ray eyes, but let's take a look, right? But they make it look so, they assume the worst case scenario, right? I say, kid, it's just an inflammation. Let's wrap it, let's apply some ice. Mom, that's not all that it takes. There needs to be more. No, there needs to this. So I had to explain what inflammation is, what happens during inflammation. Your body is literally healing itself and telling you something is wrong. Pay attention to this. And it's not something bad. So most people, the average person, is not health literate, and they have a lot of fear and anxiety. But once you help them understand what's going on, that does lower the stress, because lower stress helps your body to heal itself. Yes. Our body truly can heal ourselves if we can lower stress.
Very true. Very true. All right, we're approaching the end. I only have one question left for you. What advice would you give to individuals looking to prioritize their family's health and well-being? Yeah, so we have to prioritize family health and well-being, right? And I'm a big advocate of preventive health, which is a big piece of nursing practice, right? Which is also a big piece of medicine. So we have to prioritize family health, and we have to and prioritizing meaning taking a proactive versus reactive approach. And proactive is if it just means getting a family doctor. Get a family doctor. It could be a nurse practitioner, it could be a MD, but get a family doctor who knows your family and who you know, right? My kid's pediatrician was with them for 18 years. He was there when they were born, and he followed until they were 18. So he truly knows them, right? So when things are changed from the norm, they can catch those things better than going from one provider to another, or using the emergency room as a healthcare practice. You need your information to be centralized by someone who truly knows you, and be able to advise and provide those personalized approach to care versus using emergency services. Yes, thank you so much. Everything that we heard and learned today was so amazing. You have so much knowledge. I hope to have you back on the show, and I hope that everybody watching has learned something today from you. So this is me, Esther Ajayi, signing out. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is Isoken Ogbomo. Thank you.